average of 33.7. Runs in excess of 2,000, and there is the little champion. 12,538 runs in 320 matches.
So here we go, David Shepherd waves to the scores. Plays on the semi-final of the TVS Cup. Daryl Tuppy to Verinder Sawag, and some movement, mostly through the air. Well, the crowd are hyped up, they've been queuing outside, but there's a great atmosphere here for this match.
Yes, we were.
The semi-final is that bonus points have nothing to do with today's fixtures, it's just whoever wins the match. And Verinder Sawag away with a boundary, I think, yes.
I'm sure he needs some medicines to put on his arms there, but the ground was pretty patchy there. That is gift for Verinder Sawag. Room outside the leg stump there. There's no grass there. Now look at Kyle Mills. A good effort there. He does look in pain.
Well, David Shepherd calls it the wide. He's been tough on lives this whole series. I don't think he's taken much notice of the indicator lines 3 feet either side of the stumps. No, it's inside it. Oh, no, I'm sorry, but I don't agree with that. That's a full delivery that could be driven. But we're playing general batter-friendly conditions here. Now that is a wide. Not going to argue with that one. And that's on the money. Into the first over, India 7 for no wicket. Tall swing bowler as well from the Ghulam Ahmed end. Sachin Tendulkar's away, straight away, immediately off the mark. And this will check the pace of the outfield. Good chase from Lou Vincent, and they come back for 3.
Back to a ball moving away. Now Sachin Tendulkar runs the first one very hard. And the reason for that is that this surface, everybody knows, is going to deteriorate as the game goes on. You can see the soil coming off when Sachin Tendulkar was running on it.
Yeah, they're good numbers. That's cut away back with a point. That's 4. You cannot bowl out there. India get another boundary, and they're 14 for no wicket.
That was a very short delivery, and Verinder Sawag very strong in that area. He's not going to spare anything that is going to be loose to him.
Much more like the Sawag we're used to. Once again, good carry.
I feel when the ball gets older, it's going to get all the more difficult for the batters really to stroke it around.
Maiden over from Daryl Tuffy, 14 for no wicket. Right, that one does get up. And Mills getting the odd ball to really leap.
Hey, we're at Mills 8, come on boys!
Daryl Tuffy. Sachin Tendulkar. Well, the over before, Kyle Mills was having a few problems, and a discussion with Harry Harron about what's happening with the surface, and skiddy when the front foot lands. How can you tell what's the forward? By looking, obviously. Cut away. A good save down there. Daniel Vittori keeps him to 2.
That was a good one, Henry, by looking.
It's an interesting debate. I mean, they just changed the rule, so wherever your foot lands, we just Sachin scored his first runs on the offside for the innings. I think it's changed the rule, so where your foot lands, it's a legal delivery. It doesn't matter if it skids forward. That'd make it a lot simpler, but
because the bowlers, they want a nice surface, nice grip from the surface when they're bowling. It's a good delivery, good line from Daryl Tuffy.
I think you're right, Manning. Neither person was wrong. It's just the way it is. Or bowled, but they'll pick up a single. Tendulkar quickly off the mark. We scurry through for a single. 22 for no wicket.
Chef, can I have a quick sip?
And you see a bit of cloud in the background there, and it just drifted up in the last hour or so, making it a bit more pleasant for the players. Edged. With extra bounce again. Big scores here. Great seaman. Bounce. The open face from Virender Sehwag. That's got him into trouble a few times in the past.
He wants to collect as many runs as he can in the first few overs.
This time he takes a single. Into the over. 25 for over. Black Cat bowling. About that line of length.
Comes so close to the wicket, Stuffy.
Well, just drifting down legs up. They hurry through for a single. Good footwork from Tuffy. Andrew Merton's like with the footwork.
Only one change in the Indian team today. Ajit Agarkar coming in place of Ashish Nehra. Saurav Ganguly was pretty thoughtful this morning, looking at the surface, what kind of team to go in with. Hits the pads, goes very fine. That's leg byes for India. 4 runs. Crowd very happy. It doesn't matter whichever way the runs come. What the Indians need here is the scoreboard ticking.
I was just thinking the crowd was getting a little quiet because there wasn't any boundaries coming. We had too early on.
They are at the Lal Bahadur Shastri Stadium, also known as the Fateh Maidan here in Hyderabad. Nicely punched straight down the pitch. He'll get a single for that. Like the body language of Sachin Tendulkar today, looks a lot relaxed than he did at Bangalore and perhaps Mumbai as well, where perhaps there was the pressure of knowing a target, and invariably there have been big targets for India to chase in this tournament. The trend of cricket after 48 long years will come to an end at this stadium. First test match being played 1955. Single. The last ball, 34 for no wicket.
It's a hard work here in Hyderabad for the Kiwi bowlers. Just on about the factor of the dew playing its part in the coastal cities, but not here inland.
That's four. There was room on offer, and it went very quickly to the point boundary.
No chance for Oram, and Virender Sehwag, well, he doesn't usually miss out on these. He just loves it there. Short and wide. It's not a big ground. In a way, he didn't quite middle it. He sort of got it more at the sort of bottom end of the bat. But if you're going to bowl there, Darryl Tuffy, that's what's going to happen.
This time it's driven. That's a glorious drive. Run off the back foot. The last ball, this one on the front foot. Both very good to watch.
Oh, you better believe it. That is class. One short and wide, and then he's wanted to get on the front foot because he probably thought the bowler was going to make an adjustment. Yes, he tried to swing it and get it up there and use the new ball. Yes, he just slightly overpitched. Not a lot in it. Not a bad ball by any stretch of the imagination. That is just a class shot. Cut one for 4, and then next ball, bang, through the covers.
Shot again. 3 consecutive boundaries for Sehwag.
Well, it's simply not good bowling. It's again short and asked for the treatment. And if you're going to bowl this length, in a way you're lucky it hasn't gone all the way for the maximum. This time it's just bounced a couple of times and gone into the fence. See, that sort of shot, you see both these opening batsmen, Sehwag and Tendulkar, known to cut on the up and put it all the way for 6. This occasion, a couple of bounces.
Once around, Tendulkar was a little late to react. 13 runs of that over, 47 for no wicket. Indians would be wondering about the shape of the ball. Why isn't it changed? That's what they know about rugby, Danny. Given the chance, very unlike Tendulkar these days. But he'll get a couple of runs for the effort.
And just see he's being positive here because there's a new bowler at the crease and does not want Oram to settle. And this is a good move. He's used his feet at a nice time and it's just bounced a bit and come back at him a little. I think the intention is very good. Be positive, go over the top inside the first 15 overs and make the most of it.
50 runs partnership between these two. He's just playing differently today. This is the amazing thing about Tendulkar. He's realized this is a pitch where you can't really play shots on the front foot, on the up. Look at the movement here. He's gone on the back foot a long distance. Something that he won't do on good batting pitches, where the bounce is consistent, where the ball comes onto the bat. The kind of adjustment he's quite capable of making very easily. Big adjustment at that. It's gone high up in the air. Lou Vincent is attempting an almost impossible catch. And what's worse, it's gone for 4. 55 for no wicket. Overs gone, 55 for no wicket. Kyle Mills continues. That's a great shot. First boundary for Tendulkar.
Yeah, I was just looking at the scoreboard there. That's right, Sanjay. It's his first boundary in 32 deliveries. It's quite unique for the little master inside the first 15 overs. You'd think by now, having faced 32 deliveries, he would have got one a bit earlier, but that is unique. That is the class of the man. It's on about that middle and off stump that we're just talking about, is where a bowler wants to be, and then he goes and does that because the fine leg is up the Tory, and there is no fine leg. It's a deep backward square. Sweeper is Craig McMillan out there. Now, think about Lou Vincent. Well, the possibilities of changing the state of a game, and at Pune, he put down a real straightforward chance off Andrew Simons, off Chris Cairns.
Hyderabad blessed with the game that decides the finalists. 12 overs gone, 62 for no wicket.
It's incredible. Every little nook and cranny, little space taken up to watch this all-important sudden death match. And again, wide and short. And that's what happens. It just races to the fence.
Too much room. In fact, Tendulkar had to actually follow the ball. He wasn't looking to hit hard. I think the effort was really to get close to the ball more than anything else. And once that's done, it's a small ground. Got the 30-yard circle restriction. You can see that there's too much width. Point fielder has no chance with a flashing square cut. Another one, this time to the right of Chris Harris. Same result. And bowling continues to be a challenge for Jacob Oram.
These guys on the cover circle are right back there on that 30-metre line. Just shows you the power and the timing. He's wanted to go up. Yes, it was in the air, but he was always trying to go up and underneath. Watch the bottom hand. You see, up and over. Wanted to get underneath. In fact, I think he wanted more elevation than that. And that's why the bowler was interested in sort of cries of anguish. And Harris, well, if he caught that, be out of the moon.
Oh, very fortunate Tendulkar. The fielder was lurking around the corner. I just wonder whether he was aware that he was that close to the bat. He had actually played a scoop leg side shot for a 4. Just bounced in front of Kyle Mills, and from the reaction, Tendulkar is well aware that that was a close shave. Very close to Kyle Mills. That's his second catching position that Chris Gaines has for New Zealand, apart from that first slip, the wide leg slip. He's going to look for two. Chris Nevin is quickly on the ball. 73 for no wicket. A run rate of 5.62 at the moment. Another run picked up in that area by Tendulkar. Time for a commentary change here. It's going to be Lakshman Sivaramakrishnan with Jeff Lawson.
In the air and safe again. Sachin Tendulkar goes over the top and picks up yet another boundary.
This one boundary, Tendulkar. Not the difficult of shots for him. But this is a difficult batting surface, the ball not coming on, but he made the adjustment of waiting for it and making sure he gets the elevation over the man at cover, and always showing the tendency to attack the bowler right from the first over.
Posted up by Kent. Single. Thomas looking for two and coming back no. Set back by Tendulkar, 99 for the score.
It's a do or die game for the Indians. They have to win this one. And the little master is already at work.
They've made a good all-round contribution to the Black Caps' performances. So only 5 singles off the over. 104 for none. Much pretty delivery and very well played. Almost 100 miles an hour that ball. Of the direction, very poor indeed.
Pretty predictable. Defensive methods, quicker through the air, providing the batsman with the pace that he requires. Just good enough. Servan's good touch. He's not going to get the placement wrong. These two look devastating now at the moment. The deviation. 18 overs gone. 1-1-0.
Oh, boy, that one jumped off a length. It may be one of those pitches where the slower you bowl, the more you get out of it. This ball's been out in the deep, so they saunter through to get another single. Get that 11 for 7. Chris Cairns. The batsmen have time to get through. If it beats him, it's probably 2 or 3. And this time they do hurry through for a single. 113 for no score. Takes the easy single once again. Tendulkar tries to work that for another single, doesn't succeed. It's 115 for none.
Sachin Tendulkar, he's gone all the way. What a lovely stroke that was off the blade of the little champion, right from the middle of the blade, and he's decided he's not going to spare no bowler.
Oh, this is right on the top draw. Little beauty.
Middled it, head down at the point of contact, and then he looks up just as it's left the blade. Lovely piece of timing.
A lovely piece of timing there as well. He'd already decided what he was going to do. This is when he makes it very difficult for the bowlers to adjust their line and length. But there was nothing wrong with the previous delivery. He hit it for a 6. There was nothing wrong with this one. Placed it beautifully, Sachin Tendulkar. He moves on to 68. Daniel Vettori starts over, and that's a 50 for Virendra Sehwag. That's his 1250. in one international. Looks a happy man. He wasn't very happy in the previous game he played against Australia. The feet weren't moving. But he's got things right in this match. This 50 will give him a lot of confidence. Look at that strike rate. 95.6. He's been pretty good. One of the last ball, 22 gone, 132 for none India. Which is very good for any bowler. Shot out, take off, some room there for Sachin Tendulkar. Bounces onto that one, another boundary for him. Poor delivery, but to go.
Place. At this pace, you're going to bowl this amount of work. Well, I'm sorry, it's good night. It's just sitting up and saying, spank me, please.
Exactly, I agree with you. Danny this time, he's played it up in the air. There is a fielder there, and it's one bounce for. Another boundary for the little master.
Apparently complex, aren't you, Matthew? What's the breakfast, pal? Tell you what, this guy must have had it as well. He is on fire, Tendulkar. Now Jacob Oram, the outstretched hand, just short, just inside.
What is 80 of 70 balls?
Hey!
One more for Sachin Tendulkar. 23 overs gone, 143 for none India.
Just haven't quite shown that ability against Australia. Now, it's really that's a mental block, still a bit of a layover from Johannesburg in the World Cup. Down the track, and they got enough on it and kept it down. So John Wright, well, he was particularly pleased the way.
What a fantastic start this has been for the Indians. The better you'll bowl on the surface. No run of the last ball, 25 gone, 147 for none India. The Indians, 147. That is a short delivery. He's passed away to mid-wicket boundary. What is Daniel Vettori bowling here? I fail to understand.
Well, he got a little frustrated a couple of times and has bowled a little bit too fast and too flat. On this occasion, try to give it air and want to bowl slower, like Mahinder Singh has been saying. It's a nice little bit of flight and goal, but he's dragging it down badly. You hardly ever see Vettori do that. Sticking him a little bit too short, and that's what can happen. Races across the practice wickets here in Hyderabad. Our agreement in it. When you lose your captain, specifically Stephen Fleming, who is just such a good captain, knows the side well, knows when to change the bowlers. You can just see it in this New Zealand side, a little bit flat. They're suddenly got to give themselves an uppercut to get around this one. 26 overs gone, it's 158 without loss.
Last ball of the 27th over. Forward, couldn't time it too well, but we'll get a single. 162 for none India.
You can just tell now his sights are on that 100, just to work it around, get a single, a couple. This one's gone down the third man as well. India now 165 for none.
Oh, great bowling, Harry!
Very good bowling. It's sensibly played. The first run was ran very hard. He wants the second one. Virendra Sehwag sends him away. Now that could be danger for India. Very lucky Sachin Tendulkar. Looks pretty disappointed there.
The chat about it is that yes, he was coming to that danger end, but it's a small ground, and Mills has made pretty good ground to the ball. So in a way, it was the right call. It just happened to have to be a little bit earlier. Gone down the track again, and just short, comfortably short. And batsman just posted 171. And going like a train is Virendra Sehwag. And Sachin Tendulkar just got into all parts, and the 100 is up. It is just too easy for the little master.
36th one-day 100. What is this man made of? I wonder. 320th one-day international, 3600 of just 87 balls, 12 boundaries and a 6. In this 100 for Sachin Tendulkar. Now this is what you don't want the people coming on the ground, but this is the way he got it. Looks a happy man who missed out against the Australians by just 11 runs. Looks very satisfied here.
And the skipper is out of his chair. 36 one-day hundreds. Astonishing. And again, just short of that man Harris. He is dynamic there at backward point. But again, it's just such a pleasure to watch this little fella. All parts of the ground and in total control here today in Hyderabad. You can see, just sense the Indians that little bit more wanted. And the New Zealanders, they've their injury problems. And okay, it has to be said they've got some issues too with Pakistan just around the corner. But you've got to switch on. You've got to forget about everything else the previous day or so and get on with the business. And again, it's just, well, it's a run at will. It is just anywhere you like.
182 for none after 30. Played it in there, Sachin Tendulkar. There is a fielder down there, Jacob Oram, and he gulps it. So that's the first wicket for the Kiwis. That is what they were looking for. 182 for one after 30.1 overs, and Sachin Tendulkar, after getting his 3600, wanted to put his pad on the foot on the pedal. Look at that dust coming out of that surface. This is what was expected, and that is why he couldn't time it too well. Hold it straight to mid-off. He's gone for 102. One champion.